channel, friends. Thank you all so much for joining me for another video today. I'm super excited because today I'm going to be sharing with you probably one of my biggest thrift with me and hauls that I've ever done, because we went thrifting out of state last week. We were in Columbus, Ohio, and we went thrifting while we were there. We were there for my husband's work, and every time we would get a chance, we would go to a thrift store or a Goodwill or antique store and see if we could find any goodies. It was so neat, such a neat experience to go thrifting in such a big city and get to experience thrifting just in an area that we've never been to before, and it was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy coming along. I tried to film at all the stores we went to and get some good clips to share, and we went to some beautiful antique stores, so I can't wait to give you a little glimpse of those. If you're near this area, then hopefully you'll be able to check them out because they were just incredible, and I can't wait to bring you along. So I hope that you enjoy and stay tuned until the end for the huge haul of everything we got. Several things to list for the vintage shop, and then also some things that I'm going to be adding to our home that I'm going to share with you where I put and how I decorate with them at the end. So let's head to the first thrift store. Okay friends, let's head into Westerville Antiques. This was about 10 minutes from where we were staying, and we absolutely loved the whole downtown area of Westerville. The shops were so adorable. There were several thrift shops, home decor shops, antique shops, and just a lot to do. If you've never been to NORTHSTAR Cafe and you live in Ohio, I absolutely recommend. Oh my goodness, so amazing. And they had gluten-free buns. I got the avocado chicken sandwich and I was just amazed. Every restaurant we went to there actually had a gluten-free bun option or gluten-free bread or pasta, which is just something you do not get when you live out in the country. They don't have gluten-free, so I was so excited at all these restaurants. And anyway, NORTHSTAR Cafe, highly recommend. Also, all the ingredients they use are grown local and organic, so I was very in love with that place. And now let's get into the antique shopping. So this is kind of like an overview of the Westerville Antiques. Lots of beautiful blue and white dishes. It was just so fun to browse through and look at everything. I felt very inspired in here with how they have it decorated, and also very reasonable prices. So we brought several little goodies home. I loved all of the vintage postcards they had. I brought several of those home, which I'll share in the haul, and just such an awesome antique store. Now we will head to Goodwill, and we went to some really awesome Goodwills. This is the first one we went to, and I instantly spotted this Christmas plate. This was a Spode plate for only $1.99, and I did bring this home, but I'm going to be saving all of my Christmas finds from now until like November, and then do one big Christmas thrift haul like at the beginning of November. So I didn't include that in the haul, but we did bring that home. And then I found these awesome fall taper candles for only $3.99, and then I also loved this dollhouse. I felt like this would be such a cute project piece, and you could really do a lot with this. I've seen a lot of dollhouses lately at the thrift store, but I thought this one was just really pretty with the blue, and I really liked the shutters on it. So cute, could just really be turned into a beautiful little either children's dollhouse or just like a decorative dollhouse, and it was only $8.99. At the next Goodwill, we spotted some Independence ironstone, some teacups, and this little sugar bowl for $5, and then some little bowls. And then I also fell in love with this beautiful teacup that was made in England. I just loved the blue and the pretty shape of it. The next place we went was this cute little peddler's mall, and my absolute favorite thing out of everything we saw in there was this incredible ironstone teapot. I had never seen one like this, and we absolutely loved the size and the shape of it, and then all the ornate detail on the handle and the lid, and they had it marked down from $40 to $25. Okay, and then next up was MAGPIE Marketplace. This was the very last antique store that I went to while we were in the Columbus area, and I fell in love with this store. I could have spent hours in here. I wanted to film everything. It was just so beautiful, so curated, and you can just see the love that has been put into this store. The owners were so kind, and if you are anywhere in the Columbus, Ohio area, definitely check out this antique store. I, again, just loved this place. I found my little English Village teacups in here, which I'll share more in the haul. But I've been looking for teacups that go with that set for a very long time, so I was super excited about that. They were $8, and so much blue and white, just absolutely stunning. And the way they have it decorated just had me wanting to come home and redecorate the entire house. Look at this ironstone teapot and sugar bowl. Oh my gosh, I wanted to bring everything in this store home. I'm going to share with you this huge thrift and antique store haul. This is definitely the biggest haul of all time, like the biggest thrift haul I've ever done. I almost wanted to break it up into 2 videos because I felt like it might get a little overwhelming to show it all at once. But I really just want to share everything we found on this trip. We were there for a full week, so I'm really ready to just go ahead and share everything all in one video. That way I can go ahead and get the items that I want to listed and available for you, and then also everything I'm going to decorate with, I can go ahead and start playing around with that and decorating with it. So I'm just going to do it all in one haul, and it's going to be fun. I hope you enjoy. I will try not to chat too much about each item. I'll try to get to the point, but I'm very excited about these little finds. We found the most at Goodwill, which was really surprising. There are some really good Goodwills in the Ohio area that we were in, and we just kind of would type in one and go to just a different one each day and see what all we could find. So I will start out with the Goodwill items first. The very first Goodwill find, we actually found this on our way home at one of the Goodwills we stopped in. I'm trying to think of the town. Okay, I just went and got my phone so I could remember the town we were in. We were in Lebanon, Ohio on our way back to Kentucky, and that is when we stopped off at this Goodwill. And we found so many goodies there, we couldn't believe it. And this was the piece I was most excited about. It is this beautiful teacup and saucer. Have you seen a more beautiful teacup? And I was just instantly drawn to the beautiful blue color, and then it had a gorgeous little stamp, made in England. It says Tuscan Fine English Bone China, made in England, and I've noticed at several of the Goodwills in Ohio, they write on it with a Sharpie instead of using a sticker. So I'll get that off with some alcohol. But the price was $2 each for these. And that is what the little stamp looks like. Just a darling little teacup. I love the print. And then this is what the saucer looks like. Trimmed in gold. So, so pretty. So that was the first little Goodwill find. And then from that same Goodwill, we found some ironstone teacups. These are Independence ironstone. And I think I might have the saucers that go with these in my collection. So I'm gonna need to look and see if I do. But I think that I have the little saucers that'll go with these. But I am gonna be listing these on the shop. So pretty. I love these little teacups. So I hope I have the matching saucers, but if not, then I'll just sell them in a whole set of 4. And then along with that, they also had the little sugar bowl. I believe that's what this is anyway. It looks like it was used for sugar because it had some sugar left over in there when we got it. And it has the little ladle, but it also could be for like gravy or just a small little side dish covered tureen with the little ladle. But I think it is such a pretty piece and a beautiful stamp. And we were so excited that it had the ladle because so often you see the ladle is missing. So I thought that that was just such a good find. And I did already clean off the bottom of this because I wanted to see the stamp, but this was $5. And then we also found the Independence Ironstone salt and pepper shakers. And I just think they're adorable. I've never seen any so tiny. I've actually never seen the Independence salt and pepper shakers ever. So that was just so exciting. I don't even know if you can tell how tiny they are, but they're adorable. So all of this Independence Ironstone will be available over on Poshmark if you want to add to your ironstone collection, or if you are just starting and you want to add some ironstone pieces into your decor, they will be available. And then I have 2 more finds from that first Goodwill, or the last Goodwill, but the first one that I'm sharing everything from. We found 2 of these silver teapots and they were priced so well. This one was $6. I love these so much. My mother-in-law has one of these and I used it one year for Christmas and I just think it is so pretty. It just reminds me of the Santa Claus movie where Judy pours him a cup of hot cocoa. That is what I think of when I see this. And so I just think it is so beautiful for a coffee or tea station, especially like a hot cocoa bar, maybe during Christmas or just all year round in your hutch. I think it is so beautiful to display. And then let me go grab the other one we found. This one is a lot larger and a lot heavier, and I just love the shape of it. I thought it was so unique. It was $8 and I just thought that was such a good deal for these nice vintage teapots. And I think I'm definitely going to be using this one at the cocoa bar for Christmas. I can just already envision in my head. I have so many ideas for this and I love it. So pretty. You all know my love for teapots, so any size, shape, color, I just love teapots. And I think they're precious. I almost forgot to share these. This was also from that last Goodwill we stopped off at, and it is this set of teacup and saucers that is the blue willow pattern, and they were also $2 each. It only came with 2 little teacups, but I still thought it was worth getting because I just love the blue and white and I love blue willow. So that's what the saucers look like, and they say Johnson Brothers on the bottom. There's a little stamp, and oh, it looks like these were actually $1. No, the rest of them say 2. Okay, so they were $2 each. so 4 saucers and 2 little teacups. So pretty. I love the blue. And then that is everything from that Goodwill. And then on the first day we were there, we also went to a Goodwill that had some really good stuff. From that Goodwill we found this basket, such a cute little basket for your napkins and your utensils for a little party or get together, or of course just to use in your decor. I thrifted another basket like this recently, but it didn't have the handle, so I like that this one has the handle. I probably will be listing this. How pretty for fall. You could put your fall utensils and plates in this for a little fall party or just to have in your decor, and I just think this is such a cute little basket. I love baskets. And this was $3.99, and then all of their baskets at that Goodwill on that day were half off, so it was only $2. Also, something else that I'm amazed by is that some of the Goodwills that we went to have barcodes on everything, so they just scan it to ring it up. That's so much easier. All the Goodwills around where I live, they type in the amount, and so I just felt like that was genius, and it made the checkout process so much faster because they just scan each item. So when you have multiple things, they just scan the barcode and then you're done. It sounds so silly, but I've never seen that before and I thought it was neat. And then next to that Goodwill, we found this set of blue transferware dishes. It was $3.99 for this entire set. And I had never seen this pattern before, so I really didn't know what it was, or I didn't know much about it. But I figured $3.99 for all of these dishes was a very good deal because it came with a lot in this whole set and they were beautiful. So the pattern is called Historical Ports of England, Plymouth, made in England. So that is what the stamp looks like. And then this is what the little saucer looks like. There's 2 of those, and then 4 bowls, and then 1 large plate, all in the Plymouth, England pattern. And this one has a really big stamp on the back. Super pretty. And then next from that same Goodwill, I just grabbed this little jar because I love these for the pantry to put my little ingredients in, and it was only $1.99. And I love the jars that are made in France, and this one did say made in France. I have a little collection of jars that I've got at the thrift store that are all made in France, and I don't know, I just think they're really pretty. They usually have really pretty like details on them and just super cute for your little food storage. So that was just a small little find. And then I also found this ironstone gravy boat, and I've never seen a stamp like this before. It just says Ironstone China, and it was $3.99. And then the very last thing from that Goodwill was this copper duck little plaque. I love these so much, and I was so excited to find one with ducks on it, and you can definitely tell that it can be shined up really well if you wanted to like polish it up and make it more coppery. But I really like also the patina it has. I just think it's so pretty. I love the ducks, and I will be listing this because I think it would just be beautiful hung on a wall in a cottage home or a farmhouse, and I can just envision it so well in someone's home, and I cannot wait to get it listed. And it was $3.99 for this. Has the little brass hanger. I was so excited to find that. Could not believe they had it at Goodwill because I see these at antique stores a lot. And then I forgot we also got one more thing from that Goodwill in Lebanon that I was telling you about. We found this teapot, and I loved the color, but I got it because It's a haul piece, which is made in USA, and I felt like it was just a really good vintage teapot. Again, y'all know I love teapots and I loved the color, so I thought it would be a beautiful addition to the shop if any of you collect teapots and maybe this is a color that you love or you collect or you decorate with. I thought it would just be such a pretty coffee bar, coffee tea station, or hutch addition to one of your kitchens. So I am going to be having this listed as well. Stay tuned for that. And it's very nice, heavy, and just sturdy, good made piece. The sun just got so bright and I tried to close the curtain and it didn't help, so I hope you can still see okay. But then one day I drove out to this adorable little antique store called MAGPIE Antiques. I loved this place so much. It absolutely had the most beautiful pieces and I was so excited to film in there. I feel like I only got a few clips that day, but I was just trying to take it all in and see all the beautiful treasures. It was just one of my favorite little shops I'd ever been to, and you can just really tell the time and the work that they put into each booth, and each person just really curates and decorates their space in that shop just so beautifully. I just loved it so much, and I found some beautiful little treasures to bring home. And the first thing that I found is just such a unique piece. She actually had this behind the counter and she noticed that I had started to get a few of like the blue and white and like the ironstone pieces, and she was like, I noticed kind of like your theme of the stuff that you collect, so I wanted to show you this little goodie. There was actually a little cake plate and then also this cute little watering can. She brought both of them out, and from behind the counter she was like, I thought you might be interested in these after I saw your style. And I fell in love with this watering can. I just had to get it because it's something that is so unique and just a piece that I had to have, whether I put it on the shop or decide to keep it and use it somewhere in our home. Either way, I just knew it needed to be a piece that I bring home because it is so pretty to me. It's a beautiful blue ceramic base with this gorgeous brass handle and little spout. How beautiful is this? And it is definitely a super old piece because the stamp on the bottom says made in Western Germany, and anything that you find in made in Western Germany is really old because they don't have a Western Germany anymore, so that can kind of tell you how old it is. And it just has a beautiful stamp. It says Manila, I think, or Marnilla, and I can't really exactly pronounce it, but that is what the stamp looks like. And I did a Google image search and I looked up the name, typed in the name, and I could not find this piece anywhere on Google or even anything that looked similar to it with that similar stamp. So I don't know how old or really anything about it. I just think it's so beautiful, and there's so much you can do with this. I was even thinking like for a beautiful little like garden shed with your plants, and you could have this out, or you could like hang it from the wall. There's just so much you could do with this. Such a unique and gorgeous little watering can. Okay, and then the next thing from MAGPIE, I got these two English Village cup and saucers. As soon as I spotted these, I was like, those are coming home with me because I have never seen the English Village teacups. Y'all know one of my favorite little patterns to collect, and I have several of the little saucers and the little dessert plates, but I've never found little teacups, so I just thought those were so precious. There's a little stamp on the back. And then I also found two beautiful little pitchers, and this one has no markings or anything on the bottom, but it's just a very nice heavy like ironstone pitcher and a very nice size, so perfect for a little vase for your kitchen or to use in a hutch. I'm gonna be having both of these listed as well. And then this one is this cute little tiny one. Y'all know that I love to find these little unique ones that have like all these different patterns on them, and this one has England engraved on the bottom, so definitely a really old piece, and think it's precious. And then I have 2 more stores that we went to of things to share. So we also went to Westerville Antiques, which was very close to where we were staying, and such a beautiful shop. This is what the little bag looked like, the little postcards I bought are in, and just such a cute little place. If you live anywhere near Westerville, definitely check out Westerville Antiques because it is a beautiful antique shop, and the prices were also so well. I could have just stayed in there for hours because it was so fun to look at all the treasures. And I grabbed 4 little postcards that are vintage. These are so beautiful. I first spotted these fall ones. I'm probably gonna need to move the camera. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful fall postcards. And these were all $3 each. And I just couldn't pick one, so I got them both. And I'm gonna be putting these, I would love to maybe put these in some of the frames we have in our bedroom to add like a fall feel in there, switch out some of the spring prints for like these fall ones. And then I also couldn't pass up these because they're beautiful and I loved the scene on them. So these are like spring little scenes with a little cherry tree and a little house or cabin with mountains in the background. I'm so sorry about the sun. So I got those 2 to decorate with like spring, summertime, and then these for this upcoming fall. I even have that new little flower frog that I found in a recent video, and I was thinking I could put one of these in there or in the frames in our bedroom. I don't know. We'll just have to play around and see, but they feel so soft too. They almost feel like an oil pastel a little bit, but they're definitely not because they have been like, well, I don't know, maybe they are because they've been sealed, but they just have a really like soft texture. Maybe it's just the vintage paper that it's on, but anyway, I'm gonna try to fix these blinds and I'll be right back. The next thing that we found is this beautiful, it says Mary England English Ironstone J&G Minkin picture, and it is such a pretty little, it's actually more of like a creamer size little piece, and I just loved the blue and I love the shape of it. So I'm gonna be listing this on the shop. And then I found a large English Village dinner plate. If you watched 2 videos back, I said that I really wanted to find one more of these English Village dinner plates because I have a set of 3 and I would love to have a set of 4. And I found it at Westerville Antiques for $10, and I love this so much. And then there's what the stamp looks like. So this matches the same pattern as these teacups. These are the English Village teacups, and then this is the English Village plate. And then here's like the saucer. So I was very excited about that little find. And then we found a Liberty Blue dinner plate from there as well. This one was $12, and it's just a very nice large blue transferware dinner plate. And this is what the stamp looks like on the back of this one. And then I got one large piece from Westerville Antiques that I'm going to be using at the little coffee bar station. So as soon as I share the rest of these pieces, then I'll take you over and share with you that beautiful piece I got. It's like a wooden old file cabinet box. I'm so excited about it. So I'll share that with you at the end. But the very last place that we got stuff from was a Peddler's Mall. So we just typed in Peddler's Mall near me, and we just went to the nearest one that was close to where we were at, and this is what all we found. So the first thing is this adorable little teacup and saucer. Again, beautiful, but I had never seen this pattern before, so I was super interested and couldn't wait to see what it was. And it's called Anne Hathaway's Cottage English Ironstone, and I haven't looked this up or anything yet, but I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's such a cute little pattern, little cottage. And then I also grabbed, this was $3, this adorable little creamer. I loved the shape of this one. I know this is getting long, so I'm going to try to hurry. And then I found this adorable little creamer that is just a sweet little pattern that you don't see very often. I love the writing of the cream, and then just the colors, so pretty. It says Japan on the bottom, and this was $3.99. And then, okay, just a few more things, I promise. The next thing I grabbed from there, this was $3, and this was just a really nice little pottery mug. I love these unique mugs, and I love when you can find them at thrift stores or antique shops or peddlers malls. I just think they're so unique. You can tell it is definitely a real pottery piece. And so I just thought this was very, very cottagey and gonna be so just nice to drink coffee out of. And then I think we were down to 2 more pieces besides the big piece. So we did find at that Peddler's Mall this large coaching scene dinner plate. And I love these coaching scene patterns. And then my top favorite find of all, and probably one of the only pieces that I'm going to be keeping for our home, besides the big thing that I'll show you in just a second, is this, another teapot, but this gorgeous ironstone teapot with the gold trim and the beautiful details. The lid is a little bit discolored and has a little bit more crazing on it from just the wear, but it definitely is the matching lid because it has the same gold trim and the same detail as the handle, even though it looks like a slightly different color. At first I was like, wait, is that? But it's definitely the right piece for the top. And the best part of this teapot is the gorgeous stamp, because I don't know why, I just love the stamps on old dishes, but how pretty is that stamp? I did debate on this for several minutes because I was like, I don't need it, but I just love it so much that I was like, I'm gonna add that to the kitchen, and that's gonna be like a really staple piece that I just use season after season, year after year, and hold on to, because I just have never seen one like it. It's so unique, beautiful, and just one of those pieces that I feel like is gonna be like passed down, and that will, I feel like, mean a lot to me for years and years, because it's just, I don't know, I just get like that special feeling about certain pieces, and I get that with this teapot. So cannot wait to add this to the little coffee station along with the new little find. So now I'll take you into the kitchen and share with you that find. Okay, here's the last piece I found. It is this incredible old wooden file cabinet, and I thought this was just so unique, and I loved the color. Beautiful, and just such a cool piece to use as like storage in the kitchen, to display like at the coffee station, put your coffee in, or I even thought about using it maybe in a different corner of the kitchen, and you could put like measuring cups in here just to kind of store them away, but then they would also be convenient right out on the counter to grab. I just love adding like character into your home with cool old pieces like this. I just love it so much. So right now I'm going to use it at the coffee station, and I have a few little coffees in there. I haven't decided exactly if I want to get like a little organizer or a little like one of those little Dollar Tree containers to go in the drawer to hold them, or if I just want to put them in there like this. I feel like they might just fit better just set in there like this, but I have my little Nespresso pods in there, and I just think it is so adorable. I cannot wait to decorate the top and figure out what I'm going to put on there, and then like decorate it for each season. I'm just so excited, and it's like the perfect little size to where you still have quite a bit of good counter space, so it doesn't take up too much room. It's just like the perfect little size to sit back here, and then it can even scoot back more, and then if I ever want to move it around, I feel like it will fit in like any of the corners of our counters really well. It's just so cute. And I'm even thinking about this new teapot that I just showed you all right here that we found. I might put this up here and then put like a little sugar and cream, and then maybe like set some blue plates under this, blue transferware under here, and like let that peek out, and then a little sugar and cream or a few other little creamers. Like I have this little one. There's just so many things, so many ways I could decorate it, so I can't wait to play around with it more. But how cute is it? And again, the color is just the perfect color. That's what originally like drew me to it. I was like, oh, I love that color. That's such a cute little like cubby box. And then I saw the price and I was like, I have just absolutely got to get that. So I think that's all from our Ohio trip. Oh, I also was gonna say that I want to try to match this paint color, because this drawer doesn't go like completely fit in there as well as this one does. I tried to swap them and this one fit in here the same way, so my husband is going to try to maybe like fix the back of it where it'll slide in there all the way. But if not, I'm just going to paint, which I might paint the inside anyways, either way, just because I feel like it'd be really pretty if it was all this blue color. But then that'll have like that black strip a little bit better. If it was like all one solid color, I think would be really pretty. But that is my little box, and that is everything that we found on this trip. It was so fun to get to go to different thrift stores, different places that we've never been to before, and find beautiful treasures. I'm so excited to start decorating for fall. I keep thinking about how I will decorate this whole little coffee station area for fall too. I can't wait. But again, I just love like the character that this adds, because it just, I don't know, it just adds such a beautiful vintage vintage charm, vintage character to me, and makes it feel more like a little cozy cottage in the kitchen. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all of our finds. I hope you have an absolute wonderful rest of your week and your day, and I will see you all coming up very soon in an upcoming video. It'll probably be a fall video, is one of my next ones, like a fall haul or a fall thrift with me. And I will see you then. Bye, friends.